Yes, another Forex setup just for you guys. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. We're going to take a look at an awesome bear flag on the New Zealand dollar Japanese yen Forex pair in just a few minutes. First, we'll take a look at open trades and the factoid of the day, and later on we'll look at the trading maxim for the day. I'll kick this all off shortly. Remember to click the subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't miss any of these great Forex setups. Now an update on the open trades. Well, the S&P 500 hit our target on Monday, right here. Then it made a higher high up here on Tuesday. So I moved the stop up to $30.53 to lock in $16.75 on the second half. I'll move it up again when we get a higher high above Tuesday's high. AMD hit our first target Monday, right here. And I got half off for profit, moved the stop to break even on the remainder. I decided to leave the stop at break even yesterday. If I get a higher high above this level right here, I'll move the stop up to lock in about 55 cents. The Russell 2000 barely hit our target right here. Pushed through it by about 10 cents. Took half off for profit and moved the stop to break even. Then, of course, it dropped like a rock and closed with this long rejection wick. My stop is still at break even on my second half. Hopefully this thing will push back up, but even if it doesn't, we got a winner here. The E-mini Dow Jones closed Monday just slightly above the range. It did so on 85% volume. So I opened a half size position long. My entry was 27,380. Stop loss is 26,951 and first target is 27,666. If it closes back inside the range here before it hits our first target, I'll shut this trade down. This is Kohl's Corporation. I showed you this range about a month or so ago. Yesterday we got a close above the range on just barely sufficient volume to buy a full-size position. My entry is 55.30. My first target is 57, and my stop loss is 52.75 on this. All right, let's take a look at the factoid of the day. I've been sort of a weather hobbyist since I was a kid. I've always been interested in weather. I often wonder why I didn't study meteorology when I was at uni, because I'm still very interested in the subject. In fact, I'm not even sure if my alma mater, Clemson University, had any courses in that science in the 70s. Weather technology has advanced dramatically since I was a kid in the 60s. So imagine how exciting it was for grown-up me the very first time I saw an app like My Radar. Now I believe weather tech has jumped into the 21st century in a grand manner. In the past, weather forecasters depended on government agencies for meteorological info, so everyone was equally wrong. Now there are a few new weather tech startups like Climacell, Understory, Planet IQ, and Saildrone that are doing some radically new things, like networking signals from cell towers, video from street cams, data from smart cars, and info from drones and planes to make hyper-local weather maps that will allow people to accurately predict the weather in their very own tiny corner of the world. I think I'm going to like keeping up with this new tech. Hat tip to the hustle for this news nugget. I'll put all the links below. Today we're looking at a daily chart of the New Zealand dollar Japanese yen cross. And what we've got is a very nice bear flag. To be sure everyone is up to speed, the bear flag requires a downtrend into the pattern, and then the bear flag itself, which is an upward moving parallel channel. The bear flag is named thusly because it typically breaks to the downside. And so I'm only interested in trading a break to the downside with this pattern. And of course, I like to see declining volume and declining volatility to confirm these patterns. As you know, the volatility is measured by the ATR, or average true range, which shows us the average length of the last 14 candles. And here's the trade plan. We will sell a daily close below the bear flag. On the breaking candle, look down here at the volume, and your volume bar should reach at least to the volume average level. If it doesn't reach the average but does reach at least 75% of the average volume, I'll open a half-size position to reduce risk. You can calculate the percentage by taking the volume number here, dividing it by the volume average here, and you should get 0.75. If you don't get that number, stand aside, wait for the next opportunity. The stop loss will be 1.5 times the ATR, and the first target will be 1 times the ATR. So again, on the breaking candle, you will look over here at the ATR, and you will multiply that by 1.5. You will place your stop loss that distance above your entry. So if the candle closes here and you enter right here, this will be your stop loss, and your first target will be 1 ATR below the entry. If after entering the trade a candle closes back inside the bear flag, we'll take the loss right then and not wait for it to hit the stop loss. Our intention is that a breakout from these patterns should be explosive and hit our target fairly quickly. If the momentum goes away, we want to shut the trade down without taking a full stop if possible. And of course, when the price hits our first target, we will close half the position for profit and set the stop loss to break even on the remainder. We will then follow stops as price moves in our direction until the market takes us out. These two rules are the very definition of cutting your losses and letting your winners run. Now typically I do this using 2 positions. The first position has a hard stop loss and a hard take profit at the appropriate prices. That's the position that will close when the first target is hit. The second position will have a hard stop loss and no take profit directly associated with it. That's the position that will be allowed to run. I also only risk 2% maximum of my account on each trade. No single trade should make or break you. And that's our setup today on the Kiwi Yen. I tell you this again and again, but I want to make sure that you remember I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you how I handle these trades. If you want more details about what I do, look below this video for a link to my trade management video. And if you've got a trade management plan that works great for you, please use it. Trading is a very personal thing. Things that work for me may not work for you. You have to understand your personal psychology to find the best strategies for your own trading. And as you know, psychology, in my opinion, is the most important part of trading. And the trading maxims that I share are my way of helping to handle my personal psychology. And today we'll dive into the archive once again for our maxim. A maxim is a general truth, fundamental principle, rule of conduct, or proverbial saying. The purpose of my maxims is to motivate me to discipline in trading as well as other areas of my life. I suggest you start your own list of maxims, things that you can say to yourself while you're trading or doing life to make sure you always do the right thing. Feel free to borrow from my list. And today is, in my opinion, one of the most important trading maxims. Tim's trading maxim number 8. Your first job is protecting your trading account. Okay, so what happens if you blow out your trading account? You guys may not know it, but I can answer this question from direct experience. Not once, not even twice, but 3 times. Yes, the answer is you trade on demo until you can put enough money together to have another trading account. Your primary job as a trader is to protect your account. You do it by limiting your risk and not doing anything stupid like violating your rules. Oh, and of course, to not violate your rules, you have to have rules, right? Okay, so make sure that you have rules to cover every event that could occur in your trading. The purpose of that is so that you don't have to think in the heat of the battle. All you have to do is fall back on your rules and your training. So never forget your primary purpose, and that is to protect your trading account. And of course, don't forget this New Zealand dollar Japanese yen trade plan here. We're going to sell a daily candle close below the bear flag. If the volume is not quite average, go half size as long as it's at least 75% of the average. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR and your first target is 1 times the ATR. And remember to click the link below to the trade management video for more details. You guys know that I do these videos 3 times a week, right? And if you don't want to miss any of them, make sure you sign up for my free Trading Picks email list. I'll be sending out 3 or 4 trading picks a week, everything from stocks to futures to cryptos to Forex, and you'll be the first to see them. And the best thing is, it's free. I'll put the link below this video. And be sure to come back to Trading Strategy Guide's YouTube channel every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time for my new videos. We'll have a nice trade setup or 2 on each one and maybe some extra Q&A or training as well. And don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have in the comments below. I'll either answer the questions right there in the comments or in a training video or both. And remember, the only stupid question is the unasked one. Tell your friends about us and help us make this the best trading channel on the internet. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up below. Have a great remainder of your week, and I'll see you next time.